Happy Monday, everybody. I hope you're doing wonderful. We are going to get into the spirit messages, but let me get my cards right. But before we do, I had some people comment about the airplanes and the noise, the background, the planes flying over, the jets and all that. So here's the deal. I live like literally 10 minutes away from the airport. Big ass airport, Bush International Airport is huge. So we get big ass planes that fly over, little planes that fly over, all kind of shit. We even got buzzards out here. Anybody seen buzzards? Big Texas buzzards, big black birds. They even make noise because they be up there trying to steal cats and little bitty dogs. They got all kind of shit flying over my house. So I understand that it can be annoying. I really don't even hear it anymore because I'm used to it. I guess I've just been here. So I don't hear it. I don't really pay attention to it until somebody brings it up and I go back and I look at the video and I was like, oh yeah, that was a jet. That was a big plane. I have taken upon myself to try to call air traffic control and tell them, can y'all please not, fly the planes, no fly zone over, the house while I'm doing the readings. Because it makes people upset, it irritates them. And I know some people with OCD that, they don't like that hum that keeps coming in or whatever. And, I politely asked them, they politely said, no. I'm so sorry. I'm so old to be so goddamn stupid, right? You guys, I have no control over the planes. I wish I did. That'd be so freaking cool if I could be like, hey, I'm recording right now. Don't fly that plane because, it's going to make me mad. But I cannot do it. I cannot do it. I don't have any control over it. So I'm sorry if it irritates you, then you might have to just go ahead and leave the channel and not look at the videos. If it doesn't, the messages are going to come through. I mean, I know it, you guys. But there, there's certain things in life that I have limited control over. I got a barking dog, a cat that meows, talks all the goddamn time. Like, what the fuck are you saying? Meow, 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 meow. I'm like, what the fuck? Then I got a chihuahua. Yeah. I'm so used to the noise. It doesn't even affect me or faze me. So every now and then when they go completely, crazy and it gets too chaotic that I know that you guys are hearing everything, then I'll try to go ahead and take care of them. But the planes, I don't have any power. I mean, maybe I can light a candle on the airport and see if I can get them to, I can put them in a jar. Maybe I could put the airport in a jar. Sweeten the airport, the air traffic controllers, so that they'll reroute people from around. Oh my God. I need to call my therapist. So you guys, you know how we do this. Y'all gotta forgive me. I be cracking myself up. People sometimes on my Facebook, especially my personal Facebook, it was like, you always laughing at yourself. You always laughing at stupid shit. And I do. What the fuck? Who wants to open up Facebook and cry all the goddamn time? Sometimes we need to laugh. We need to laugh at ourselves. We need to laugh at life over shit. You can't get bent out of shape over everything that happens, right? Sometimes you gotta be like, you know what? That shit is you gotta find humor in it. You have to. Or to me, it kind of it gives you more longevity with life when you can laugh at things and you don't take everything so serious. What's that book? I think my ex-husband gave it to me a long time ago. Don't sweat the small stuff. And really, everything sometimes, you look at it and you're like, okay, it's really not that big. Really not that major. And I'm over here losing my goddamn mind about it. Now, I'm not in the business of telling anybody how to think, how to run your life. I'm explaining the way that I look at things in my life. So before you come on there and say I'm telling you not to sweat stuff, no. Do what you do. In this camp, we laugh at ourselves. We laugh at shit that we cannot control sometimes. And I just don't sweat it. All right? So getting into the reading, pick a card from 1 to 6. Could be one card, could be 3 cards. For some of you, it may be every single card that I pull. If the message resonates with you, it's your message. If it does not, check back with me. We'll be doing it again next week. And it may be the message that you need to hear. All right. So, Spirit, what do we have for my people? Hold up. We had a ton of things that just kind of flipped. So let me pull them out. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Messages for my peoples. Alrighty. All right, Spirit. 2 more cards, please. 2 more cards for my people. Anything that is coming through. Messages for the people. Two more cards, please. 2 more cards, Spirit. Hold up. They're trying to give me 50 million cards. All right, we got it. I think we got it. We're going to figure this out. All right. Let me get a clarifier, Spirit, on number 2, please. Clarify. Number 2. Clarify number 2. Jeez. All right. Okay, so, and of course, with everything going on, I forgot to get a damn pen to do that. So some of y'all are going to have to just hear the whole message all the way through. Card number 1. Card number 1, y'all know this is my favorite card. This is my more money, more money, more money. So for some of you, if you chose card number 1, of course, this could be tax refund coming in. It's been showing up in almost everybody's reading. So for a lot of you, this is getting some money back, moving into February or March. I don't see a new job on this, but for a few people, I'm getting that there's a job offer or something that's coming in that's going to be bringing in some money too. Now, there's a bonus that's coming in, and this could be with the job. I'm also getting something with financial aid. So for some of you, if you've applied for some type of financial aid, you may be getting some type of paperwork that you have money coming to you. For a lot of you with card number 1, if you chose card number 1, because I feel like it's so much energy around it, this is probably tax refunds. People are getting some much needed money. The warning on this, though, is watch your budget. Even if you have money coming in, try not to spend it all in one thing. I remember one time I got a tax refund, and it was a small one too. I can't remember what it was. I think it was like, it was under $3,000. And I know, and I'm saying that's small, but at the time I was like, I need to get this, I need to buy this, the kids need this, and literally in a weekend, the money was gone. It was like, okay, what happened? What happened to it? Where'd it go? So for some of you, you may already have bills that need to be paid, or bills that have been waiting for this money, or purchases that you're just trying to pay off, and that could be why the money goes that fast. But Spirit is saying definitely watch your budget, watch your money. If you can, put something to the side. If you cannot, I mean, sometimes it is what it is. All right, card number 2. Let's see. Card number 2, we have conflict, anxiety, depression, and spiritual cleanse. So some of you may be dealing with a dark night of the soul type of energy, where it's like, you know, I'm having issues. I'm getting something with almost becoming your own worst enemy. So for some of you, if we just deal with this anxiety and depression by itself, some of you are maybe overthinking, or your worst case scenario, you know, well, this is what I feel, this is what's happening, this is, and it may not be that. You may be, you know, scaring yourself with your thinking. So be careful. And this could be, of course, anxiety and depression are very much real. So I'm not going to say, oh, it's all in your head, you know, don't worry about it. No, if you are over focused or obsessing, because you feel like there's something that's going on, or anxiety. If you feel like you need to go to therapy, for some people this may mean medication, you need to go ahead and take care of it, because I feel like some of you definitely, the feeling is heavy. It's not something that's light that you can just, okay, let me eat a piece of chocolate and I'm going to be okay. For some of you with card number 2, I feel like this energy is heavy. Now, for a few, it could be because there's some conflict. Maybe you're dealing with some people that are bringing conflict into your life, or there's some things that are going on that you feel like, I don't really want to fuck with this, but I have to. So some of you could be really dealing with a situation where it's like, you know, I don't want to be in the drama or be dealing with this, but I don't have a choice, you know. So I do feel like for a few of you, if you are involved in conflict and you can walk away from it, walk away from it. If this is something that's going on within a workplace or with family, you may need to reach out and talk to somebody else to help you balance. Now, for some of you, with the spiritual cleanse, you could be picking up some negative energy from conflict around you. Maybe it's not your conflict. Maybe you work in a place that's toxic. You live in an environment that is toxic. And you're like, you know what? I just don't feel good. All this does not make me feel good. The energy, you could be an empath and it's just too overwhelming for you. Some of you might need to go ahead and take a coffee cleanse. You might need to get you some limes and some parsley out. You know, basil, bay leaves, rosemary. Some of you need to go ahead and do a cleanse to help yourself get some of this energy off, to help you feel better. I would suggest probably a 3-day cleanse. For some of you, I feel like it's more than just one day. I feel like you need to go ahead and do a series. So I would probably go with 3 and see if you feel better. If you start to feel better and you're still in this conflict, you may want to decide or make a decision, you know, I'm going to pull away from these people. If you can, get out the environment or stop fucking with the people that could be causing this. Because if you clean the energy and you still stay in it, guess what? Energy comes back. So if you do the cleanse, you start to feel better, then you might be like, you know what? I need to go ahead and block these people off of Facebook, delete them, you know, stop going to lunch with them. If I live with them, maybe I need to just go home, go in my room, do what I need to do, and not really, you know, socialize with them until I can move. Whatever it is, if you get the energy off, you need to go ahead and cut it off completely. All right, card number 2. All right. Card number 3. Card number 3, we got watching the diet. Now, of course, going into the new year, new me. Let's work out, let's eat. It still hasn't hit me yet. I thought it hit me, last week, and I was like, I'm going to work out. I put my workout clothes out, put my shoes, and I was like, I'm getting up, gonna make a 10 o'clock class at Fit Crew, and I caught the damn flu. Spirit was like, maybe don't work out. Or maybe Spirit was like, yeah, you know what? Let's clean the system out first and then get your ass to the gym, which I should have did today, but I had a lot of reading. So I'm making a ton of excuses. But Spirit was like, maybe you need to watch what you eat. So card number 3. Could be having some issues where you got to watch your diet. For some of you, I get emotional eating. You're going through some things and it's like, I'm just eating a cupcake to make me feel better. Or, you know, I had a breakup, I want to eat ice cream until, you know, the tears dry up. Whatever it is, some of you may need to watch what you're putting into your body. Now, there could be some issues with allergies. If you're starting to have some type of digestive issue or stomach problems, you could be putting something in your body that your body can't process. You might need to go ahead and look at that. For some of you, if it's starting to become major, you might need to go to some type of allergist or nutritionist to kind of figure out what's going on. Because sometimes as we age, certain things don't agree with us anymore. You know, ice cream, as much as I love it, has become a very bad enemy to my digestive system. I mean, we're not meshing. You know, some spicy foods, you know, I'm like, what the fuck, man? I'm having a hot flash for a week because I ate some, you know, picante sauce. So for some of us, it could be age related, but for a few, it could be that your body, there's an allergen or something that your body is not processing. I get more addiction with this, so somebody could really just be like self-medicating with food. You know, like, oh, I gotta have it. Every now and then I have those moments where I'll get on a thing and I have to eat it for a whole month to be sick of it. Like if I have chocolate cupcakes, I have to eat chocolate cupcakes for a month. And then at the end of the month, I don't want them anymore, which is horrible. It's kind of like a food addiction with OCD attached to it. I don't know where I picked it up at, but every now and then it hits me and it's like I have to complete the cycle. I cannot stop. So for some of you, you may have that same thing, but you got to be careful and make sure, because I get a lot of weight gain. I get a lot of unnecessary weight gain, and it could be because of food addiction. So watch your diet. Card number 4. 4, 4, 4, 4. We got mental confusion. Now, this could be a third party, somebody interfering in your life, because we got 3 faces. We got somebody that is looking like, you know, what are they doing? The other person is a little bit afraid. We got anger issues, and then we got manipulation. So some of you could be battling your mind. I do get some type of not being able to think clearly. So you might not be completing projects. You might not be taking care of things that need to be taken care of because of mental confusion. I'm getting like things flipping upside down. So for some of you, you may just be going through this thing where springtime is coming. You're purging, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? I feel discombobulated. Now, for some of you, it definitely could be somebody that you're dealing with that's making you feel this way. We got the possessive and the obsessive card here, which means that this could be overthinking about somebody to the point where it's making you sick, or you may have somebody that is just like, where you going? What you doing? When you coming back? Why you not calling me? Who is that friend that you had dinner with? You know, I see you planning a vacation. I saw something on the table, and you feel like, my freaking God, they're not letting me breathe. Some of you could have somebody that's being very abusive, emotionally abusive and possessive. They're trying to control you, and it could be causing some of you to feel some kind of way about it. If this is not your own mind kind of taking control, because for some people this could be even being obsessive, OCD, like I was even talking about with the cupcakes, like, oh my God, I gotta do this, but it makes no sense, has no logic to it. But to me, I have to complete the cycle. So some of you may be doing this where you're battling your mind. You're feeling mentally confused, and you're being very possessive or obsessive about certain things or certain people in your life. Now, the good thing about it is, regardless of if this is your mind doing this to you or somebody else doing this to you, there is some clarity that's coming, because the light bulb moment is coming on, like I do with the end of the month. It's like, okay, you don't need to eat another goddamn cupcake. Or what was it last month? French onion dip and potato chips for a whole goddamn month. It was crazy. So for some, this is clarity, like waking up and saying, okay, throw that shit away. Or look at this differently. You don't need to keep doing this. Let it go. If this is somebody that's doing this to you, some of you may be looking at the person and going, you know what, I can't fuck with you anymore. I need to kind of put some distance between us, because you're making me feel crazy. You're making me feel unstable. Could be dealing with somebody who's unstable and possessive. And you're realizing this is not somebody that I need to be around. If this is your energy, some of you may be coming to the conclusion, you know what, maybe I need to go get some help. Or maybe I need to talk this out with somebody. Or maybe I need to change my perspective on things to give me more clarity. Whatever it is, card number 4, it shows that you do come to some type of clarity. It illuminates this problem. Whatever caused it, whoever caused it, it illuminates it so that you can fix it. Because this person is like, look, I can see. It's almost kind of like, it came to me. The epiphany, the light bulb moment. Something clicked on. I see things clearly. So for some of you, you will do better with this. This may be a temporary position that you're going through, or a temporary issue with somebody that you're going through, but you will get clarity and you're going to fix it. All right, card number 5. Don't we love the soulmates? Some of you are connecting with a soulmate. It's a beautiful thing. We talk for hours. We eat the same food. We like the same music. We even dress all in black or whatever. I wear eyeliner. He wears eyeliner. She wears eyeliner. Whatever it is, some of you feel connected with somebody. The energy is there, and it feels really, really good. You want to explore this. You feel like, I wake up, I cannot not talk to you. I need to be able to hear your voice. We need to spend time together. I wonder how many could be affected where you're meeting this soulmate and you feel like you're going a little bit crazy and you want to get possessive with this person. I don't want anybody else to be with them. I want to spend all my time with them. I want them to call me. Why they not texting me back? I just texted them. They're waiting 5 minutes to text me back. Who they talking to? What they seeing? Some of you may have connected with a soulmate, or a soulmate connected with you, and there may be this feeling of possessiveness already, of being obsessed with this energy. And soulmate energy is really easy to get obsessed with, because for a lot of people it feels really good. It's like meeting somebody that gets you, and it's like, I don't want to let you go because you get me. You know, you talk to me, our conversations, we're here with each other. Here's the problem though. Some of you may be connecting with a soulmate that is already connected with somebody else. Or either when this soulmate came into your life, you were already with somebody else. Now, if this is not a relationship that is romantic with this other person, there could be a third party interference. Say you met a soulmate and they have a best friend, and you know they've already established a relationship with the best friend, and here you come in. I want to be with my soulmate. I want to go to the park. I want to go to the beach with you. I want to be the one to have lunch with you. And the best friend is like, no. Some of you may be caught up in a third party situation where it's interfering with the soulmate connection. Now, true enough, we have many, many soulmates. So for some, you may feel like the connection is so strong. I don't want to lose this person. There's nobody else coming in. Chances are you will connect with another soulmate. For some people, chances are that you connected with a toxic soulmate where maybe it's not the time, or this is not the lifetime that you need to work this karma out. It depends. Go by what you feel. But if you're connected with a soulmate and somebody's married and they're not willing to walk away from that marriage, some of you may realize that it is a dead-end situation. Could come back in and hit you with that mental confusion. What do I do? You know, do I call their wife and their husband and tell them that they're seeing me too? Do I break this up? So we got some type of situation going on, and there could be some possessiveness that's going on too. Be careful. If you are married and you're connecting with somebody and they feel like it's a soulmate connection, and you know that all you want is sex from them, you don't really want it to move towards anything else, some of you might get fucked by the soulmate. And I'm not fucked in a good way either. You know, this might be, I'm going to fuck up their relationship so we can be together. There are toxic soulmates. There are karmics that really can be downright evil when it comes to what they want, and it's because they feel like they want that energy. So be really careful. If this is not you married and dealing with somebody else, you could be dealing with somebody that you met that is in another relationship, not necessarily a marriage, but they could have somebody else on the side. All right, so we got card number 6. We got new home. If you've been putting in an application for a apartment, or you're filling out paperwork, trying to get a loan. Yoda, you came back in. You may get some news that whatever you were trying to do was approved. There's something that is going to be opening up for you. Some of you, you're going to be moving this spring, this summer. I feel like a lot of you are trying to move before fall, and it could be because if you have children, you don't want to have to do it during the school year. So some of you may be trying to wait for fall or summer to come so that you can go ahead and get into a home and get situated. Now for some of you, I feel like there's a move to either Atlanta or New Orleans coming through. And I don't know why, but those two came up strongly. So if you are, I feel like you're going to find the place that you need to be. Some of you, there may be family there. For some of you, you could be going for the energy or business opportunities. But I definitely feel like there is some type of move to one of these two places. And it could be because of spiritual connection, because I'm feeling like some of you are going to be led there. It's like, this is where I need to be. There's growth there. There's a community there for me. So just be open to it. If you haven't thought about it, explore it, research it. Some of you, there may be a reason why you're going to be pulled that way. There could be some ancestry there that connects with you. Or like I said, maybe there is family there already that will be a support system or something that is going to open up for you. But definitely shows a move is way overdue. I feel for some of you, especially where you're living now, energy is really stagnant. Like it's not where you're supposed to be. Like Spirit is saying, we've been trying to get you to move for a while and you just will not leave. So some of you may even start having problems where you live. where there are issues where you have to get out of your house or get out of your apartment, because Spirit is telling me that for some, it's like they don't want to listen. They're not listening. It's time for them to go. And it's because there's other opportunities or things that are there. So I know I just went all left on this because this is basically a move. But this could be a message to a specific person. Your energy is stagnant. There's nothing there for you anymore. If you're having problems where you live, it's time for you to go. For some of you, this could even be a change in your household. Somebody close to you could be moving away because they feel like the energy is stagnant, or they just need new energy. I feel like somebody's like, I'm not afraid. Let's go. Let's go. Let's move. Some of you, this could be a child getting ready to go to college. Could be graduating this summer, and it's like, okay, let's pack let's pack the boat. Let's pack the car up and let's go. But I feel like there's a change in a household coming. If this is not you moving, this is somebody that will be moving out of your house. All right, you guys, I hope that resonates. If it does not, it's not your message. If not, like I said, I'll be back next week. We'll be back on it. I feel better. I'm over the flu. Got some family obligations that I got to take care of, but we'll go ahead and make that happen and try to stay on top of the readings. The planes, you guys, I try. I'll put them in a sweetening jar. I'll do that. We'll see if we can sweeten up the airport. Oh my God. I love you guys.